Welcome, people. Welcome to another show, another Sports Frenzzyy podcast, another episode. We're here tonight, man, and we're here to discuss some football. But for some reason or the other, one particular man hasn't shown up as yet. Don't know if he's still toothless. But there's one other fella here who's very happy. But I won't start there. Where I'll start is the other match that took place today, and that was between Man City and Sporting. But before I get there, I'll just welcome the panelists. Devin, big up yourself. As you can see, Ryan is here as well. Big up, bro. As you can see, Shake is here. Welcome, gents. Welcome.
Blessed, Sam. I am here, blessed, alive, and all of that.
Wonderful. All right, so Man City Sporting. City decided that they played a fairly strong 11 because at the end of the day, no side that City put out on the field, they can consider to be weak. But 5-0 from the first leg, hmm, never expected them to score a whole bunch of goals, but at least you expect them to score at least a two goal. And I'm sure that they mash up a lot of betters today. I'm going to start with Shakes on this one. Shakes, going to this, you thought it was just a deadbeat match.
Ah, boy, Levon, you touched exactly what I was gonna touch. First up, the fact that Man City mash up all of the people them bet, right? Because nobody would have imagined that after leading 5-0, yes, you clearly don't need to score, right? Based on the aggregate. However, there's no way you beat a team 5-0 away from home and you expect a goalless draw come the next leg, right?
True, true.
Those things, I don't think I've seen that happen very often, especially from a big team, right? One goal, two goals, you basically just score a goal, you score a second goal, you know that, all right, yeah, even though the tie is dead in theory from the first leg, but you really kill the tie by scoring that first goal on the night so that, you just rest all your fears and like, all right, yeah, we are definitely into the next round. But my God, man, Man City, man, boy, them really mash up everybody ticket. Um, if you want to say it was really game management for them, you could call it that because at the end of the day, as I said, they were already 5-0 up on aggregate, so they never had to do anything special. Yes, they put out a very strong lineup. They gave this youngster Egan Riley his full debut. Yes, it's always good. As I say, young managers for me, yes, same thing. Young players for me, at least you can blood somebody in the Champions League, in a knockout phase that gives a player confidence. Even if you don't think the manager trusts you, yeah, automatically in your head, yeah, it's gonna improve your psyche on how you feel towards the manager because of the importance of the game, right, and the stage at which you are. Fernandinho, yes, he was able to come back in the game, in the team, and Sterling and Gabriel Jesus, right? Yeah, it was a fairly strong side, but if I should say, I wouldn't call it their second team. I would call it like their one and a half team, right? Based on the number of first teamers that were in this squad. On the day, yeah, good possession by them. Sterling got some chances in the match that I believe that yeah he should have at least scored a one goal, right? Um, Outside of that, that Sporting would have been demoralized coming into the tie. So it would just to prevent themselves from being further embarrassed, right? At the end of the tie. But as I said, they did all the work that they needed to do from the first leg by Man City. So this was basically just a snooze fest, if you want to call it
Mhm.
that, at the end of the day. Yeah. All the
All right,
attention
anything,
to the game.
anything from the others of you gentlemen?
Yeah, I didn't watch the game, but I was following some of it. Cause everybody
Mhm.
I watched the important game. So uh, I realized that well, City don't really have a second team really. So anybody you put out and say is a second team, it basically our next first team. So they did what they could in terms of making changes. The young guy got his debut. I never know about him until today. I look at them bench, I see some other players I've never heard about until today. I don't know how many others came on. I know Scott Carson came on.
McCarthy came on in the second half, at the beginning of the second half.
Yeah, for Phil Foden, yeah. So
And
some guys got a debut. I know Scott Carson win Champions League already with Liverpool, so he has a Champions League medal, but I'm sure he never expected to be a Champions League player. A few years ago when he went to all of those different teams, was at Derby recently and came up now City third choice keeper, and now we got another run out. So if they win Champions League this year, we can say, okay, at least we participate. So yeah, so not much to really say about this game. City already killed the tie. They just came to honor them fixture and go through. So regardless of what happens, if them to lose 3-0, it won't even matter to them. Well, maybe Pep, it would matter to Pep. Because you know him is a serial winner. Him like to win all the time. When him win, the man there win 4-1 and them face still scrub. So maybe it would matter to him. But in the grand scheme of things, it was a nothing game.
Okay. And now to the main event. I'm going to start with a man who is well happy tonight. Talking about Devin. Last night, the man said that he felt demoralized, but tonight he's feeling extra happy. Karim Benzema. And just sit back and just say, Lewandowski, I see yesterday in a 23 minutes hat-trick, I have to come back on beat, and he scored a hat-trick in 17 minutes, and that's the fastest hat-trick in Champions League history. And this man just keeps on getting better and better.
No. Bafétimbi Gomis has the fastest hat-trick in Champions League history.
Does?
Yes, 8 minutes.
Wow.
Against
when was that? This very year?
Against Dinamo Zagreb. That was about 2014, I believe. Yeah. Look it up.
I'm going to check it.
Bafétimbi Gomis. Yes. Nobody will remember that name.
And you know where he's right now? He's done.
I know the name. I've just never seen him score a goal.
He's in Galatasaray right now.
Yeah, man. Real good. Yeah, he has the fastest hat-trick.
All right, thanks for the correction, boss. But Devin.
Yo.
You know that you're feeling well happy, you know, because man, just take it away. The floor is all yours.
All right. There's this youth. I know you're not on the class Facebook page, but this is Kayle's Facebook page. There's this youth. Man, him used to always gamble on a Mape and a Acropolis. Them name Ricardo St. Patrick. I call him Jar. Big
Liverpool
fan. Yeah. And him always bet horse. That's the only thing I never gamble. Horse racing, because I don't really understand it. So him always said to me, say, yo, common horse can't win Derby. Common horse them can't win the big Kentucky Derby. Can't win them Derby there. So this was a big Derby in terms of Champions League pedigree. PSG, common horse. See what I say? Champions League pedigree. Madrid, big Philly. So the big Philly take it home to the down the stretch. The big Philly take it out on the common horse. You know?
Hey, don't say big. Say the best and the biggest.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
man.
as you listen to the game now, last night I was saying the concern was about
the winningest team in the Champions League, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So I'm saying the concern was about. Remember, I said to you, Casemiro wasn't playing, and then Messi was playing. Then, you know, the team started. Remember, I said I would prefer Valverde start as opposed to Kaminga, and they started Valverde. You know, because Casemiro wasn't around. We played good and we were pressing, we keep pressing, and I like that at one point. At one point, I said, you know what? Counter is gonna catch us. And one of my co-workers said, you know, they're gonna count on you. And so said, so done. They score, and I say, oh, in the group chat, they're gonna equalize. Somebody say, overall in aggregate or in this game. I said, this game we're gonna equalize, you know. But play good, we keep pressing. And we got to say that at some point, people may say, you know, it was handed to us. But even though, because of the mistake by the goalkeeper, you have to maximize on your opportunity. You know what I mean? So it was a mistake by the goalkeeper. And at one point there,
I want to say that was handed to you. Press and make the goalkeeper.
Yeah, we press, but I still mistake you make. You know what I mean? And then when you look at the back some of the time, right there with some of that goal there, where that pass that Benzema get, that defender, he kind of played him on, you know, that defender was kind of lost. If he was in line up more with the others, that would have been a clear offside by Benzema right there. But we have to take what is given to us. But then I want to talk about the last 30 minutes. You know, it's all Madrid. I cheer for Madrid. Even my son was cheering for Madrid. I normally anything I cheer for, I cheer against me. He was cheering for Madrid today. But when I see the last 30 minutes of the big PSG, I just see like some guys where there is lack of leadership, no organization. Nobody gonna say, all right, no man, we got this, man. It's like Madrid was more playing as a team. It was just some individual there running around. And some of them wasn't running. Some of those guys weren't running. Some of them was like, I can't even bother. Some guys weren't running. So it was just like there was nobody to say, all right, no, organize the troops, show some leadership. Somebody gonna step up in terms of like getting everybody organized. It's like them just like falter. You like them just melt away, So I gotta take what was given to me. People may say whatever about structure, whatever about who is to be blamed. I don't really care about if it's Mbappe, Messi, or whosoever fault. I'm glad that we maximize on the opportunity that was presented to us. And going forward, I'm just looking forward that we get a good draw with one of those teams next week. Any of those teams next week, I am good with. Any of those teams next week.
Even the one that sent you out last year?
We no business about Chelsea, man. I respond to Chelsea, man.
But
put it this way. I'd rather face Chelsea than face Bayern, Liverpool. You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
I will get there. But Pepe Paul, I see that you're tuning tonight, but I'm not sure if you did last night, because if you did, you'd be smiling to the bank right now, because
Kem's tell him over 2.5.
The man that I'm about to go to, that has a lot on his plate to serve, gave you that as a 2.5, and the man even said this is a sure 2.5. So you're last if you didn't tune into the show last night, boss.
Hey, Emerald say, if me I go reimburse the money, I tell him, say, boss, this sure more than your sexuality. That over 2.5 is sure, brother. Hey, listen, I'm in a class, brother, so we can't really spend long. So let's go talk really quickly and then just move. And then I'm going to listen to everybody talk and then I have a booger. Probably I'll come back later if we're still on. But all right. So listen, first of all, I have to say congrats to Devin. Look like you buy the shirt today. After the win, it look like you go buy it in the market today, though, and New York, boss. But congrats, I must say congrats to Real Madrid. But what I will say though, I do not want to hear anybody tell me that Mbappe is the best player in the world. 1, he is not better than Benzema. 2, he is not better than Lewandowski. 3, he is not better than Mo Salah. So as we move on into football discussions, I don't want to hear about Mbappe is the best in the world. That's number 1. Number 2, I don't want anybody to tell me that Mbappe is clutch, because let us go back really quickly down memory lane a little bit. Against Manchester United in 2018, PSG had a 2-0. PSG had a 2-0 lead, right? They beat Manchester United 2-0. 2-0? Yeah, they beat Manchester United 2-0, right? So all they needed to do was just to hold the 2-0. Manchester United in the second leg gave them 3-1. Where was Kylian Mbappe? Did not score in that game. Absolutely not. Absolutely choke like he did today. All right. That's probably just a one game. Let us move on again. In the final against Bayern Munich, when Bayern Munich won 1-0, Kylian Mbappe got 2 1-on-1 with the keeper. Obviously, he didn't score because the game ended 1-0. Got 2 1-on-1 with the keeper and also got an easy chance. That's another choking job by Kylian Mbappe. All right, no problem. Let's not say nothing. This game now, the first leg, you guys tell me that, and Devin, you can attest to this, and I've always said this in basketball. When the game is tied, anybody can take a shot, because if they miss the game going to overtime, that is not clutch to me. When you're down by 2 and you must hit a 3, that is the type of clutch I want to see. So when Mbappe scored in the first leg and on the jumping up, oh, clutch, I am saying the degree of difficulty was 0, because if he never scores, it's 0 going into the second leg. Now I'm saying, okay, Real Madrid, you guys are leading 1-0. So now PSG is 2-0 on aggregate. Okay, chilling and cruising. Now Benzema, the real man who is clutch, the real man who has been clutch from last season, decide now to step up. Now the game is tied. Now I'm looking for the best player on PSG. Now I'm looking for Kylian Mbappe. Please show up. Where are you? Do something. Get your team a goal. Get your team a chance. Create a chance for your team. Kylian Mbappe, where are you? And I don't want nobody to tell me that he is 23 years old. That is not 23 in football years. He must play football long enough. And if he is the leader of PSG, if he is the person who is the best at PSG, don't tell me about Lionel Messi. I'll admit Lionel Messi is on the decline. No problem. But Lionel Messi is closer to 40. Mbappe is closer to 20. I am expecting the person who is the best on the team to step up and execute and get the job done. As Devin said, when Real Madrid led 2-1, when you look on PSG, everybody head down. All the coach head down to backside. All the coach will say a whole limit like him. I said, this is over. No one, no Kylian Mbappe, no Neymar, no Messi, no one was able to clap and say, hey guys, we're still in it. Because 2-1, that takes it to extra time. But all I'm saying, I am not going to say Mbappe is not a great player. He's a great player. He's fantastic. But let us rubbish this narrative that he's the best player in the world. The better player was on Real Madrid today, and we saw that on display. Let us not talk about he is clutch either. Again, you only can tell me some clutch moments where I will sit back and I'll wait and see. But today, when I wanted him to be clutch, he wasn't clutch. He was absent. And don't tell me, say, oh, he was the only one who scored the goal. Yeah, he scored the goal when there was absolutely no pressure. When there is pressure on him, when there is time to deliver, I am looking at you. Show me. Your team needs you. Show me. Go ahead and deliver. And he was unable to do so. And you know what? In the comment section, you can talk about Messi and Neymar from now till the morning. Tell me, say Messi and Neymar are bug. Me tell you. Yeah, them are bug. But Kylian Mbappe, the person who I'm expecting to step up, the person who I'm looking at, the person who Levon, Ryan, Shakes, Demo, say, oh, he's the best in the world. Oh, he's the great. Oh, he's the best for PSG. Oh, no Mbappe, no PSG. All right, he was there in full colors, was fit, 100% fit. That little step on toe in training, don't give me that crap. People step on with toe every day on the ball field. He was unable to deliver in the clutch when it matters most. And I'm not saying he's the one who make PSG drop out, but he had to it. Him and that Genie Donnarumma, whatever him want name, he need to get out of the place. And Pochettino, he need to get out of the place as well. I'm done.
Okay.
Woo, that was a lot.
So you notice that I let you go on uninterrupted. Nobody said anything.
Of
It's time
course,
for
I
us to
love that.
dissect.
Yeah,
Now it's time for
we have the answer, and we know why you interrupt we.
All
now
right.
is the time to dissect
Hold
your argument.
on.
Number one,
Before, I don't want 3 persons to dissect. Only one person dissect.
No,
And I
you're
know
not going to decide that. You can't
listen,
decide that.
listen.
You can't decide that.
The thing about this is that it's not NFL show and it's not NBA show and it's not male podcast, so you don't control or dissect it.
Well, oh no,
Sorry.
but I'm telling you, I have class, so I can't sit around for 3 persons.
No, man, we can't split the time. If it takes
No,
3 minutes
man,
for that,
listen.
we take 1 minute.
Simple. So first and foremost, at no point in time, none of us did say that
I
Kylian
three
Mbappe
on
is
the
the best
phone.
player in the
Because
world.
I have the rebuttal to
None
you.
of us said that. None. I
So
can
somebody can take
vote
my
that.
time.
I can vote that Shakes and I said that people need to move on from the Messis and the Ronaldos of this world and focus on the Kylian Mbappe's, the Erling Haalands of this world. So get that
Absolutely.
out there. That's my minute. I have nothing else to say. So Shakes, go ahead.
Oh
But that's
yeah,
everything in the Shakes.
I
Let's
just unmuted my mic, right? Kims, you're funny. I like how you gave that long speech. I told Levon that this is exactly what you would do, talking rubbish about the player that actually showed up, right? But anyway, it's so it go when you don't have nothing to say. So you just try find a man to beat, but it's pure nonsense.
All right, boss, just give analysis, boss. Me, I forgot class, boss. You know, you need to come with no introduction, boss. Just give analysis, man.
Kims,
if you have to
show
leave,
will be recorded. So if you need to go to class, you can go to class. You said what you have to say.
Why you going to hold your defensive, Kims?
Oh, it's too funny.
Levon and I said that this would happen, right? Like we just planned for you, right? But guess what, Kims? As Levon rightfully said, none of us have ever said Kylian Mbappe is the best player in the world, and I've never ever heard anybody brand that in terms of even international media. I've never heard any pundit whatsoever say Kylian Mbappe is the best player in the world. If you can find a video with that, I will pay you $10,000.
No joke.
I don't need the money, but if I find it, I don't
Yeah.
want to see you for 2 weeks.
No,
If
no
I
problem.
find the video, I don't want to see you for 2 weeks.
If you find the video, I will take a sabbatical and I will just be in the comment section, right?
Me too. I'll let Kim host the show, so I'll take a sabbatical if you can
All
find a
right.
video without saying that.
Maybe you can let the producer come on the show to, you know, like, yeah, right. But guess what? As I said, I've never heard anybody brand that. The persons that he listed, I believe that everybody ranks those players ahead of Mbappe. And guess what? Even in the recently concluded Ballon d'Or, Kims actually realized where Mbappe was rated, because last time I checked, Mbappe was up there for the Ballon d'Or, right? But anyway, the person who was rated as number one on that Ballon d'Or, right? Where was he? Which farm was he on? Because he's playing in the Farmers League. He got to go back to the Bernabeu that he has scored so many goals, playing against a team that him always beat, and what? He did nothing. He spoke about Mbappe, right? And I want to read a stat to Kems. So Mbappe is only 23 years old and 79 days. And already he is the third leading away goal scorer in the history of the Champions League. It's led by the one and only Mr. Champions League himself, CR7, with 23 goals. Next best, Lionel Messi, 12. Mbappe has
What kind of goals those?
away goals in the knockout phase of the champion. Knockout phase. So already at 23, he has one goal less than Lionel Messi for his entire career in the knockout phase. And a man is going to tell me that, okay, you scored 2 goals over 2 legs, and his name you're calling, and you're going to say, oh, but he should do more. Hold on. You see the problem with PSG, right? And I never really want to get into the PSG aspect because it's really Mbappe he wanted to hear about. So that was the stat that I had for him. Because you can't kill a man that is on his way to surpass his GOAT right there, right? When it comes on to scoring in the biggest games, you cannot give a man a failing grade unless you're going to tell me that, guess what? He got about 10 chances and he only scored 1. Right? But it's not like the man get 10 chances and missed 9 of them. He showed up on the day. What happened to his teammates? Right? What happened to the balance of the team? It better Kems come and talk about that PSG don't have the right balance. Even if he want to leave out Neymar and Messi out of it, in terms of to not blame them, because it's easy for me to argue that, oh, guess what? The PSG team is not balanced. But guess what? That's where the coach comes in. The coach need to haul off Neymar, who is trash. I am Brazilian, and I've always said it. Neymar is one of the most overhyped footballers in the history of the game. It don't matter how many goals he scored for Brazil, right? But if you roll up and down like roly poly Oli, yes, I gave him that name. What you expect? Today, where was he? Yeah, he made the pass to Mbappe. But guess what? Where was he? He make a man in Luka Modric come star up the game when he should be in the prime of his career. Take out Messi out of it. And I'm not even going to talk about Messi. But talk about Neymar, right? Talk about Neymar. Where was he? Where was he? It's not like Vinicius come in the game and come and star up the game. So, all right, you have Mbappe, you have Benzema. Okay, you have Luka Modric that played well in the game. Okay, but who is the next best player for PSG? Sikem's calling the goalkeeper name. But yeah, even if he's at fault for something in the game, it shouldn't come to that, because guess what? You take a 2-goal advantage and you're playing away from home. My God, but guess what? You then go and capitulate, right? Because you don't have the right culture at the club, you don't have the right mentality, right? You don't have the right discipline. And it's simple. When you have too many egos in a camp where you can't really get up and say, you know what? Let me haul off a man if you're not doing anything in the game. Even if you realize that the game is moving away from you at 2-1, okay, but guess what? 2-1, there are no away goals. So it's 2-2 on the night. So it means that we can go extra time and then penalties.
Do you think any of us will look back in our lives and
Simple.
regret?
Switch up the thing. But how you're going to switch up the midfield when the other players up top ain't doing anything in the game, right? But guess what? One thing I will say, PSG, they are bottlers, right? But if it's one thing I know, if Kems could get the baller name that he just called to come to his side, whether Aston Villa, whether his former side Manchester United, whether his future side Newcastle United, or the side that he will actually go to in the summer, Devin, hold up the shirt. Like, hold up the shirt. Yeah, man, hold up the shirt. Yeah, that's where he'll be going, right? You know why? Because baller a baller, right? And no matter how Kems want beat Mbappe, guess what? That's where he'll be going.
All right. Because I know you don't really say nothing. And Levon, you know,
Can I
Devin, you
talk?
know, Devin, yeah, I get to
I know
talk.
you're
Devin, you know,
turn.
this man say absolutely nothing. So Ryan, go ahead, let me see if you can do better than what Shakes do. Because Shakes talk a bunch of garbage, and I'm going to respond to it. So, but go ahead, Ryan.
All right. Easy thing. Champions League pedigree stood out today. I already said in the chat, in the group, that regardless of who you put at PSG, be it players or be it coach, PSG will crumble. When they were 2-0 up, I still gave Real Madrid a chance because I said once Real Madrid get back a goal, PSG will crumble. They crumbled. Mbappe, who you're beating, you're only doing this because you want distract from Messi that shrimp. We know that. Nobody
Well,
deny.
well, you can talk.
Don't even go
You
there
can talk
and try
about
deny.
Messi if you want.
Don't
You
even
can
go
talk
there
about
and
Messi
try
if you
deny.
want.
You
Ryan,
can't
can I
beat the
add to
man
that?
with score 2 goals. The man score 1 goal this leg, 1 goal the next leg. He put the advantage firmly in PSG's favor. And you beat that man. What happened to him? Have two
Okay,
other world class players beside him, either
no
side of him. What
problem.
happened to them?
No problem.
What
No
happened to
problem.
them? Why them not
No
show up?
problem. No
Why them
problem.
not show up?
No problem. Go
PSG
on, talk.
capitulated. Them have a good goalkeeper. One of the best in the world. May I give him that? He mess up. Marquinhos, one of the best defenders in the world.
Okay.
Him and Kimpembe
Hakimi.
switch bodies today. Because I must not happen for Marquinhos to that.
And
I don't
Hakimi as
know.
well.
Hakimi was missing. When them says the
Well,
best right back in the world,
he
missing
played
in
the
action.
man them on. He played the man them on side. So I
Yeah,
guess that's a
and
few job.
yeah, do them something there. Some defensive mistake, him and them man there around there. Missing. But at the end of the day still, Mbappe was the one who show up on both legs and do what him can do. I mean, somebody had to go. If Mbappe show up and Benzema show up, at the end of the day, one of them have to go home. And Mbappe was the one who have to go home. One score
All
2
right.
goal, one score 3 goal.
All
So
right.
you can't
All right.
beat the man with turn up and do that. This PSG right now remind me of Real Madrid back in the days with the Galactica
When they
when
just
they went out
started,
six times straight in the second round of the Champions League. Remember that time?
when they just
PSG right now is a mismatch side with individuals. They are not a team.
have the right balance.
Real Madrid is a team. Real Madrid on paper today was not better than PSG. Even though I don't like PSG midfield, I think PSG midfield is crap. When you look at PSG front line and then back line, it is better than overall to that starting level. PSG team is a better team than Real Madrid's. And PSG had no reason to collapse to the except for the fact that they are not good in Champions League knockout.
All right. Thanks, boss. So, Devin, I'm wanting to be honest, because these guys address nothing that I said. They try to tiptoe around the thing. Listen, you come in here and you tell me about Mbappe away goals or all of that crap. I have never denied that the man is a great player. I said he's a great player, but I said you guys both on the show. I never said Levon. I didn't say you, but I said it has been mentioned on the show that Mbappe is the best player in the world. It has also been mentioned in the comment section.
They didn't. They didn't.
Well,
Kems. I
well,
record all the shows and I listen to them over there. They didn't say
all
that
right.
he is.
Don't worry. I'm going to find it, right? All right, I'm going to find it. Okay. At the very least, I'm going to say he's the best player at PSG. At the very least. Okay.
Correct.
So, all right.
That is
So,
what-
Devin, Bossy, give me a chance to talk now, please. We can get some time. Let me use them some grass, man. So, Devin, let me hear your reason, Devin.
Yo,
I could go in another sport. If LeBron score 50 points in the first 3 quarters, you understand me? And then game on the line, NBA Finals, Game 7, him go to the free throw line to sink 2 free throws, and he miss those 2 free throws and lose the game. Is LeBron clutch? That's a yes or no. Is LeBron clutch?
no, he never. You wouldn't say
Not
clutch.
clutch.
No, but
Okay.
which chances did Mbappe miss? Because if you're going to use that analogy, you have to tell me the chance that Mbappe missed. You have to
Ryan,
tell me the 2 chances that Mbappe missed. Tell me about them.
Listen.
Tell me
When
about
I
the 2
finish.
chances that Mbappe missed.
All
Where
right.
you miss here,
Okay.
so no. Miss
Okay.
is your
All right.
miss
Yeah.
is your premise.
All right. Okay. Let me use them some grass. All right. Let's put your mic on mute, please. Listen. So, Devin, I've been saying that this guy has not been clutch, not this year only, from 2018. I'll go back all the way from 2018 in that game against Manchester United. I'll go all the way back in that leg against the bug Manchester United team, coached by the person who want to say he's a gardener, right? From at that point to the tell me about Mbappe, right? And unclutch. In that final against Bayern Munich, he got 3 chances. 2 1-on-1 with the keeper when he's supposed to put away as the best player, and then 1 easy
We are
tackling.
talking
And
about
then
no, brother.
hold
No.
on, brother. You
Or
can't
you
tell
reach
me
the
what to talk about. You can't tell me what to talk about, brother. Me
Yes,
man, deal with.
we can tell you
I
if we
deal
talk
with.
about because we're not
No,
talking
you
about that.
cannot.
We are talking about today.
No, but I deal with pattern behavior. I am watching a pattern over time, and he has been unclutched from 2018 come until today. And I am saying, Devin, what may I say? The best player today supposed to show up. And I'm not saying, listen, and I'm not saying show up when there is no pressure on you. Show up as the greatest when there is pressure. When everybody knows, okay, they're looking for you to score. They're looking for you to get back in the game. You show up and get the job done. Benzema is the best player on Real Madrid. He freaking showed up. He scored a hat trick, 17 minutes, he freaking showed up. Mbappe, where were you? The first leg you score, okay, in the first couple of minutes, this one you score. But when PSG needed you, when PSG were on their backs, on their heels, where was Mbappe? Hiding in the shadows, hiding. 85th minute, 90th minute, where was Mbappe? That's all I'm asking. So I'm not saying that he is not a great player. Fantastic player. But the best player in the World Cup, throw that out. The thing about he is clutch, throw that out. He is not clutch. He's a player who will run fast and can score goals sometime. But when he's under pressure, he does not score goals. Now, Devin, I'm asking you before I run away. Devin, do you agree with what I'm saying?
All right. The analogy and everything you use, fair enough. But just one thing I'm gonna stick up in, because I give you where you're consistent with. You're always consistent, because remember some of the time you always say, all right, you always use a comparison with LeBron and when I time catch you with it and you say, all right, fine enough. Because you always say, oh, Giannis, he's not clutching up. Even if he scored 40 and he didn't carry his team to the win, he was not good enough because he's a star player. And one time LeBron did the same thing, and it's like you are go against what you're saying. I'm saying, all right, you say fine. LeBron should actually score 50 and carry his team home. So in that aspect where you link to Mbappe, even if him score 1 or you say him score 2, you're consistent in saying he should carry his team all the way. However, the difference with the basketball analogy and football is where I can't agree with you with is we all agree it's much easier, 10 times easier for a player to carry them team on a basketball as opposed to football. It's much easier for for individual brilliance in basketball because, brother, that man can defend, he can score, he can do everything on the basketball pitch. So it's different on football to say, all right,
Devin,
you put so much on the one man for carrying team. If Mbappe never score nothing at all and nothing, then we can understand you're beaten.
No,
but
my thing is,
but for you as a boy, him not clutch because.
No, but Devin, listen. I am not disputing that the man is a great player. He is a great player. So him score. Great
so
player.
What more would you want him to do?
I want him to show up when his team is struggling, when his team needs him most, when his team don't know what to do, when everybody is confused. I'm expecting Mbappe to say, I am the best player on PSG. Follow me, follow my lead, I will get it done. That is what I want to do. This is the Champions League. Freaking PSG spend millions and millions. PSG said they will offer him also 500,000 euros a week or whatever it is. Them said they're going to offer him to stay there. So they are saying that.
That's a no. The man
But
came
at
out and
0-0 in the first leg, that wasn't a favorable position, and he scored a goal and put them and give them an advantage.
No. What I'm saying, Devin, is that at that point in time in the first leg, if he had not scored, it's still 0-0. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying in this game, Benzema scored a hat-trick. Your team is wailing. Your team is confused. Nobody don't know what to do. The head coach don't know what to do. And I'm saying, as the star player, as the best player on the team, PSG is your team. I am saying, Mbappe can say, hey guys, look to me. Follow my lead. I still believe that we can win. But his head was down too. He was sad as well. And I am saying, if somebody is clutch, I want to see him show up in those moments.
I'm going to stop in the right here. Seeing, ask you a few questions. I just wanted to answer me straightforward. No explanation. So on that Real Madrid team, was it just Benzema who decided that, hey, I'm going to take the ball from offline and just beat PSG? Or was Luka Modric and these guys say, hey, we have to make a collective effort? Because based on how you're arguing now, you're trying to argue as if Mbappe is supposed to go right down team defense where his team is under pressure and take the ball from down this and run right through the field. That's how your argument's sounding now. So again, Shakes mentioned it and you said Shakes was spewing garbage, but you look at PSG. After Mbappe, who was their next best player? With Real Madrid, they can say Benzema played football, Madrid played football, and even the guys that came on and changed the tempo of the game in Camavinga and Rodrigo, those guys did play football. So
they were
outside
okay.
of Mbappe,
There's nothing to write home about. There were two players on Real Madrid that were good. Benzema was excellent, and Madrid was great. Everybody else was
all right. Say no more. And PSG, Mbappe was
Mbappe. Okay.
Who was the next best player?
Then, who was the next best player?
I thought so.
But they're still. But again, you're making a point for everybody else. What I'm saying is that the goals that Benzema scored, the goal that Benzema scored, right? Was it because of Luka Modric make him score them goals?
Luka Modric created one for him. Vinicius created one for him. Simple as that.
No, what do you mean? One of them was the Donnarumma dumb mistake, and the other one was the other defender one that passed.
It was a mistake by the way, but it was someone who created the opportunity.
But again, I am saying Benzema, as the great person that he is, he put himself in position to be there to start with the ball. I am saying Mbappe, as great as he is just not clutch enough to get himself in the right positions to score the goal. I just haven't seen it. I haven't seen it from 2018 versus Manchester United. I didn't see it against Bayern in the final, and I didn't see it today. That is enough sample size to show that Mbappe is not clutch. I am not giving you a one-off experience. I'm not giving you a two-off experience. I give you 3 experiences when he wasn't clutch. 3.
Shakes, I'm going to let in Shakes. But Kems, one more question, then I'll let in Shakes. In 2018 World Cup, did Mbappe show up in the final or not? At the most grandest of stage.
What's the one?
You're here, man.
In 2018 World Cup final. In 2018 World Cup final, did Mbappe show up or not?
Why we are going to international football? Me I talk about for
PSG.
No,
your job is going way back to 2018 against
but I'm talking about PSG.
You're talking about clutch. You're talking about clutch. I'm putting it right across clutch, right across court. Come on.
I am saying he's not clutch for PSG. That's what I said. That has been my argument from 2018 to now. Don't come tell me
you said the man is not clutch. That's what you just saying now. You said the man is not clutch. That is what you said.
I said he hasn't been clutch for PSG from 2018, and I gave you 3 examples where he wasn't. But hey guys,
shoot a shot.
Yo, I go probably there in the comment section and listen to my headphones. But thank you. Little more.
Shakes, go ahead though.
Boy, I'm so sorry that he had to leave. Because
so yeah, let's say
he was there talking about Mbappe and what he's not. So one thing I like to do is go back in history, right? To give people a grade. So since 2015, after Barcelona won the Champions League, right? The so-called GOAT, the greatest of all time, as they say. They also call him the best player in the Champions League. Mind you, I think that there's a better footballer by the name of CR7 in terms of mentality and actually winning. So since 2016, Messi has had 7 tries. So he's there grading little Kylian, right? Messi 7 years ago was 28 years old. No, see it right here. Make sure write it down. At 28, Barcelona played Atletico Madrid in the quarterfinals. In the first leg, they won 2-1. They went out, right? They got beaten 2-0 on the night by Atletico Madrid. So that's Messi at 28. Age 29. Played Juventus in the quarterfinals.
No, man, tell me the goal everyone scored to while you're at it.
Oh, yeah, man, I'm going to do that. So obviously no goals, right?
Okay.
2017 quarterfinals, Juventus beat them 3-0. Overall, one of the leg was 0-0, right? Messi no goals. 2018, Messi is 30 against Roma quarterfinals. After a stupendous 4-1 lead after the first leg, mind you, Messi contributed none of those goals. They led 4-1 against Roma. Okay, we all know the history, right? And anybody that wants to go and listen back to Peter Drury on that commentary, trust me, it will say.
And it's cost us murderless.
Right? But all I know is it was a whopping 3-0 on the night. Once again, no goals by Lionel. Age 31 against Liverpool after he decided, you know what, let me start doing something again in the knockout phase of the Champions League, right? So mind you, all that time he has been on those 12 goals, right? He scored a hat-trick against Liverpool, right? Again, yeah, in that semi-final. We all know what happened. Divock Origi. Just remember the name. Divock Origi.
Right? Take it quickly.
Right? Thank you. Right? Big up Trent. Lionel Messi at age 32 now. Played Bayern. COVID came. They got walloped 8-2. He had no goals, but they got a humbling 8-2 by Bayern in the quarterfinals. Against PSG last year in the round of 16, Lionel Messi had 1 goal in the first leg, but they lost 4-1. Then they drew 1-1 in the second leg. So Messi decided to score home and away. So that was when he moved to the 12 goals, right? Finally, in the
who they played last year again, sir?
PSG. So 4-1 in the first leg and then 1-1, right? Mind you, in that 1-1, it was Lionel scoring, and guess who scored for PSG? Mbappe, right? The man that he was beating. This year now, against Real Madrid, who got a penalty?
Lionel Messi.
Who you say?
Lionel Messi.
No, man, I can't him, man. I must Mbappe get the penalty.
Yeah, man, that would have been 2-0. Devin, yeah. I tell you that. Right. Tell little man to come on the show.
So you see, Lionel Messi got a penalty in the first leg. Many people actually forget that because guess what? Mbappe actually scored at the death, and PSG.
I forget it was that game myself.
Exactly. So you see,
I remember Mbappe.
Not realizing that. Oh, but hold on there. Courtois said, "Oh, but I know where he's gonna kick a penalty," and he just comfortably made the save, right?
Correct.
So for 7 years straight, because Kim spoke about, let me look at the track record. Those were his words, Let me show you the track record. But guess
how much games with that? 16 games?
That's
count them for me.
14 games.
14. How much goals?
7 years. So
how much goals? No, man, count them, man.
Yeah, man.
You sure it's 14?
3, 4, 5, 6.
How much game? Count the game them.
14.
No, not 14. Right, it's 13 actually because against Bayern it was only 1 leg, so it's actually 13. Yeah, so 13. So 13 games, he has 6 goals in the last 7 years. And you are telling me that you're going to talk about Kylian Mbappe?
And one of them a hat trick. So really 4 games him scoring.
6 in total, yeah? 6 in total. 13
But
games.
here what
You are
Shakes.
telling me that you're going to come on a show and talk about Kylian Mbappe night and day? Come on.
But here what Shakes. You said that I shouldn't draw for Kylian Mbappe in World Cup final, but he drew for the basketball parallel. But I can also say this same Lionel Messi, he won his first international trophy the other day. Guess who stepped up in that final? Angel Di Maria. It wasn't Lionel Messi again. So if you're going to mark down a man for whatever not, you're supposed to mark down this man as well. But guess what? I know why Kems is on this line. Ryan kind of touched it a little bit, and I was going to head, but Ryan was making a point, so I didn't jump in. But Kems picked PSG to win the Champions League from way, way, way out. Now they lost it. He's disappointed. Last night he said that they would have won 4-1. It wasn't to be.
And then not when blame him too ball at them. Name
Well, no,
You have to find someone to blame.
I told you last night, and I asked you what was his prediction, and you had told me earlier that yeah, it's 4-1. But Yusuf, if he's predicting 4-1, and it's clearly not heart he's going with the head, right? By saying PSG 4-1. But you know what I should have asked him? So where did you expect all those goals to come from if you don't rate Mbappe? Because what would be the substance of him getting up and saying, "Oh, PSG going to win 4-1 on the night"? Are you just picking humble pie out of the sky? Because if you don't rate Mbappe, how you going to get 4 goals on the night when PSG is not even a team that's really known to have high scoring games in the knockout phases of the Champions League? Right? So me really not understand that. But Kim can one from the comment section.
Me say one thing there, real quick. But what when he was commenting last night, right? And this he just come to my mind now, seeing that him going, he probably can respond at a later time. He was saying, "Oh, if I think this is real Sociedad," I'm gonna say, listen, as much as you are talking about the lower teams in La Liga, I think that those lower teams in La Liga can beat some Mets and them what this team there in France.
Yeah, man, you said it.
Right? And then he said, and there was no mention about any individual players going to. He was just saying PSG is going to run. He was just talking about how the team is much better than Real Madrid. But now, all of a sudden, now when they lose, he might dissect it down to say, okay, Mbappe. I know he keeps saying, oh, he was saying that he's clutch for all of that. But in his analysis last night, I'm going off of last night, right? He was just saying the team was just totally dominant, and all those teams at Real Madrid, that 4-1, because I was saying from last week, we're getting ready for PSG with this 4-1 over. I think it was same so said that. I don't remember I think it's 4-1. Yes. But all of a sudden now, him just take a turn on him now. Say the team overall, him just a jump on Mbappe. I don't understand. I understand. And then it was just a team effort. He was talking about the 4-1 last night. You know?
Devin, the man is looking something to piggyback on, so I expect him to do.
Yeah.
What's up, Ryan? Have anything else to say about this one?
Not a next word. I said what I had to say already.
So you're about to go to the gents. So there's 4 Premier League games that will be taking place tomorrow because we talk a lot about this Mbappe situation. And before I move on quickly, would you guys shoulder the blame on one Mauricio Pochettino, or would you just put it on the players? Because a lot of people say,
as I said, regardless of who they are PSG, be it coach or player, they are going to collapse. And it's not Pochettino's fault that they are up 2-0 on the night, and Donnarumma and Marquinhos and Hakimi made mistakes.
I agree, and something is just I say, as I mentioned a while ago, something is just wrong with that environment because you had Emery over there, couldn't get them to the.
It's a team of individuals. It's not a team. It's a team of individuals. These things happen when your team, when the dressing room is mostly player power.
Correct. And you look at Tuchel. Tuchel was there, brought them to a final. They got beaten, but guess what? Immediately, that man went to Chelsea. Chelsea played as a team. Chelsea won a Champions League. Tuchel won a Champions League. So obviously something is wrong
I
over there.
remember now, when Tuchel was there, his complaint was that the club is too political in terms that they are getting involved in his coaching. He just wanted to coach. But you have man like
Yep.
Leonardo and all of them people here who are very involved, who want to micromanage this and that and all of them something there. So it will spill down, and then now your dressing room is an individualistic dressing room. So it going to spill down from top, come right down into the team. So these things will always happen with PSG based on the structure that they have.
Okay. Um, Tyrese, you're asking about Tenaga versus Zidane. Come on, bro. That's a butter package question. Tenaga all day, every day. But let's jump into some Premier League action quickly. But Ryan, your team takes on Norwich tomorrow. Easy 3 points.
Hopefully.
What you have to
I
say
don't
about
really, I don't. To me, Norwich is gone, Norwich, Watford, and
Watford?
one of any other 4 or 5 teams that's struggling with them. But for me, Norwich and Watford is gone, and I would expect us to get a easy win tomorrow, maybe 2 or 3-0. Once it is that we don't have third man clogging up our attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think once we have that free flowing attack, we're going to miss a lot of chance. We're going to create a lot of chance and miss because, I don't think, I think when you have the young guys up top, it is a fluent front line, but in terms of they will create a lot of chances, but they won't really score a lot. Even though they
Mm-hmm.
score 4 weekend, I don't think that going to be the norm until they maybe develop a little bit more and all of that. But hopefully we get a 2 or 3-0 victory.
Okay. Devin, Atletico Madrid takes on Cadiz on Friday, I believe it is. Oh, you know that you and I discussed these teams a lot, because we said that is the Cadiz and the Elches of this world. They are some troublemakers. They give a lot of trouble. Do you see Atletico winning this game?
Atletico, yeah, they should get right, but like those teams are battling for relegation, and even the ones who you think to have a chance to stay in the league, they're still playing and they're fighting some other times. But Atletico, they should get they should get the win in this one. They're gonna try to sharpen up. I just see it from a coach's point of view. They try to sharpen up some areas that they think may be a negative going against that big game against Manu. So I think they should come away winning like a 2-0. I don't see, they've been surprisingly, I don't know what's happening. They've been letting in goals, but Atletico, the team's been scoring against them surprisingly. So that little 1-0 what we used to, or a little 2-0 from them. But I see them beating this team probably at 2-1.
Okay. Ryan, the next game in Premier League tomorrow will be Southampton taking on Newcastle. Wow, good matchup.
Oh,
Good
nice
match.
game that. It's a nice
Whoa.
game.
That sounds like a very decent mid-table match. It depends on which Southampton turns up, though. Um, I don't know which Southampton will turn up, but I'm inclined. If not a 12 draw, I'm inclined to go Newcastle to win, maybe 2-1.
Five out of their last
If it
six.
don't draw, Newcastle going to win. I could put that way.
All right, Devin, this is a game that I suggest you watch if you're interested in watching Premier League action tomorrow. This is a game I suggest you watch. But also as a better, this game looks like a 1.5 game. So what side of the fence you would be on for this one?
Well, the Newcastle.
Yeah.
Well, I've been looking at Newcastle since recently because since they get all that money and everything. I was telling you from there, I'm glad I get it the coach, but they haven't lost in the last 5 games. And out of that 5 game, I
Eight.
think 8, right? I think it's only
Yeah,
a
they
draw in there. They've been getting
they
some
have
win.
won
They,
6 out
they're
of the
trying to
last
get
8.
out of relegation, but I'm thinking that they have more motivation in the sense that they want to get themselves totally out of their relegation zone, because I think there are 28 points and
Mhm.
like Ryan said, Norwich probably done. They have 17, but 28 points and Burnley 21. I don't consider themselves as being safe. And also, I think they want to sell themselves as a place for bigger players to come in next season, because they have the money. So they want to get some result and show that, okay, yes, we can compete with the rest to get to attract the bigger players. So I honestly, the 1.5, I see it in a 1-1 doing 11. I see a 1-1 for this game. I don't see a draw in this game.
Your prediction. Alright, Shakes. Southampton, Newcastle.
Oh, we're talking about the EPL match?
Yeah, man, because we already done discuss Mbappe. Kim's got wallop, man, so nothing there.
All right. This is the first game that you're touching on?
No, man, I touched the Norwich Chelsea one. I'll get a prediction afterwards.
Oh, okay, all right. Southampton, Newcastle. Boy, you know that this is a tough one. Because Southampton, they didn't really get the result that I thought they would. Last game out against Aston Villa. Do they bounce back? But you're trying to bounce back against a team that is basically having that good momentum, right? And last time out, I said, guess what? Newcastle want to just ride the wave, keep the momentum going. If you can try get to 35 points as soon as possible, you know that you'll be in the Premier League for next season. So it is really a tough game to go. However, you have some Newcastle players that are playing excellent. Do they carry the form over? Yes, I see that happening. But I also see Southampton rebounding. I can give you a scoreline with my head and one with my heart. So with my head, I'll go with a 1-1 draw, or even a 2-2 draw. But with so a draw for the one with my head. However, with my heart, I would love Newcastle to win. So that would be a 2-1 victory. For
Okay.
You have the same prediction, brother. Draw win.
what is it?
You have the same prediction, say either draw or win, and the same scoreline.
Oh, okay, all right. And I didn't hear it because I was away from the laptop. And yeah, so for the betters out there, clearly that's a double chance. And if you're going with something straight, GG. So both teams to score at least one goal.
Alright, Devin, where Jamaran gone? Tell Jamaran to come bless up the people in the comment section, man. But next game on the agenda will be Wolves at home against Watford. Wolves has been on a little downward turn for a minute. As we mentioned just now, Ryan said it, that Watford, they're done. I will say that from the get-go, that they're your team, and this is what yo does. They come up, they go down, they come up, they go down. And Fulham is on the way back up, and you know what is going to happen. So, Ryan, you look at Wolves and Watford. Where see this one going?
Wolves, Watford. I expect Wolves to get back their mojo wherever it went. Since certain people pick Kilman and Cody, them go missing. Salah score own goal. I don't know how he managed to put that in the goal in the last minute against Arsenal. So I expect them to get back to their strong defensive self. I said somebody said Wolves top 4, people was having them for top 4. Look here, top 4 not as easy for me as it seems, even though sometimes look like teams don't want it. But at the end of the day, the top 4 normally balance out to the teams that should be there. So I don't really, the Wolves and the West Hams of the world, they will fight, but it won't really be something that they're getting in the end. So, but I think Wolves will get back on track for tomorrow though against Watford.
Okay. Kevin,
Yo,
if you're predicting this one, what sort of prediction would you give?
all right. I see a glimpse, the highlights package there with Arsenal playing this Watford team. Man, them look horrible at the back. Them just it's like some look schoolboy defending. So Wolves, I always talk about teams having ambition. People are saying top 4 before, so I think they should be thinking at least going in for what you call it, Europa, and that is still within their reach. So with that motivation and that bad defense that I saw from Watford the other, even though it's just a 1 game sample that I saw against Arsenal, they're in the relegation zone. So I'm seeing a 2-0 win for Wolves. They're not a little losing streak, so I'm thinking this will be the perfect bounce back game for them. And they're at home, right?
Correct.
Yes, 2-0. I see a 2-0 for them.
Okay. Where Rabbit gone? But Shake.
Here. I'm here. Sorry, my laptop was dying. I just realized my laptop is dying, so I plugged it in. Sorry.
Watford Wolves.
Yeah, what for the
Wolves.
Wolves? Hmm. Um. Yeah, I kind of agree with what Ryan said about Wolves getting back to winning ways. I don't like dinosaurs coaching, so I don't want nothing good to happen with Watford, right? I guess that's just a biased opinion, right? But I think many people feel that way. Um, I see Watford scoring though, based on how they have been playing of late. The little two goals that they scored against Arsenal, I think they will have the belief that they can score a goal, especially because Wolves have not had favorable results in the last 2 to 3 games. So, you will have a little extra confidence knowing that, okay, yeah, if you kind of nick a win, then okay, maybe you have a chance to stay up. But on the day, I still expect Wolves to win 2-1.
All right, Sherwin, the guy's not Japanese from. He's from South Korea. We're talking about Lee Chang Wang. He's from
Oh,
South
one.
Korea, not Japanese. Yeah. But Ryan, before I move on to the next game, was it you or was it Jason that said that yesterday when Bayern played against Salzburg, both the coaches of those team age combined wouldn't catch up to Ray Hudson? Was
I
it you
said
or
it.
Jason?
It
I said
wouldn't.
it.
It wouldn't.
That goes to show you that guess what? This man is old enough, fam.
I don't
Listen,
know. The man say retire, you call him what a retirement, and him like he never take up the work. Virgin, you retire, stay retire, man.
And he's not
Tired of
like
them
case
old,
like
tired of them old man,
you
but
don't
I
need
think
the
like
money.
Now be ages are nothing but football past them.
Everyone said.
Football past them.
Yeah,
People know things past them and move on.
yeah, and as I said, it's not a case as if he needs money. You can understand when a man want money and decides to hear what, if you just try to
Whether you're
fetch
74, 75, go can have Grand Pitney.
To do
simple as
some
that.
gardening, eh? To join all.
You come like my man there with the Norwich now. That man has never been out of a work all when he get fired.
So Dean
For
Smith,
how much year? Huh?
Dean
Dean
Smith,
Smith. Check the history. All when Dean Smith get fired, the following week him get an next work.
Yeah, man. Them man,
Is
they
that the man don't like his wife?
all always get work.
Jaja. But the final game tomorrow, we'll see Leeds taking on Villa. And Villa's kind of find a little bit of form. The one who never believe against Burnley. Then the one, was it Burnley? I stand corrected. No, I don't think it was Burnley.
That's
I think it
who
was Leicester Villa.
they did what against them.
They won a game, man, before this one, before they beat us Southampton. I'm trying to remember who it was that they beat.
I don't remember who.
But yeah, they beat that team.
Oh, not Brighton. They had beaten Brighton.
It was Brighton.
Brian.
Yeah,
Brighton.
and I believe they got a clean sheet as well
Brighton.
right there.
Yeah.
So clean sheet against Brighton, then clean sheet against Southampton. Leeds now they're desperate. They played good at last time out and never got anything. Hey, look at this one, Devin. It should be a good game. How do you see it going?
Yeah. So
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go. I mean, I know what you said about Aston Villa, but trust me, it's just a table I'm looking at right here, right? When I check the table, I see that Leeds, they're like they're 2 points out there. I think they're 23. Let me just see the table, like, and they're 2 points away from the drop zone, and they're at home. So I'm gonna go for, if you want to call this an upset, I'm gonna go for Leeds to clip them for a 1-0 in this one, because like Aston Villa, I don't see them reaching in Europe at all based on where they're at. So basically they're just playing and they're safe in the league. That's what I'm looking at, motivation for these side now coming down to the final stretch. Leeds, they want to be in the league, Levon. You know what I mean? It's just a mind thing for me right now. You have to prove that you want to be in the league. You have to try and win this game. And Plus, you're at home, so I'm gonna give them the edge with a 1-0 for this one. Honestly,
Wow.
Okay.
I don't
Chicks.
like. I don't mean watching it. I just look at the table, look at the stats, and I say, this is where Aston Villa is. I don't see them reaching Europe. Not even Europa. They're safe in the league. Leeds, come on now, man. You have to do something if you're Leeds. You have to do something if you're Leeds.
All right, before I get to your explanation, this comment here by Casey, and this is facts, fam. It's saying that and so many young coach down in the championship that is better than them, but just need a chance. Scott
Bridget,
Parker, Cooper, Smith to name a
I
few.
always say it about England coaches, how England treat them coaches versus how Germany treat their young coaches. Germany promotes and what do I get meritocracy, whereas the English system, them just recycle. Regardless of how good a young, it's just now really seen a change where you see man like Gerrard and Lampard and um Potter
And if you
and
really
those
think,
guys
if you
coming up.
really think about it though, Ryan, even Gerrard and Lampard isn't really young in comparison to the German
No man,
coaches.
in terms of coaching here, no, them not no, remember I said the German coaches, them never really play football. They
Yeah,
have
yeah, that's
a
true.
football career, so them actually start young. Them young 32-year-old, 33. Them time the Gerard Lampard play ball.
True.
So in terms of coaching years, Gerard
Mm-hmm.
Lampard, even Potter, who is a young coach, to the thing. So it's just now really seen a shift in that. But Germany is the standard in terms of meritocracy. Even Argentina, look at Argentina. Argentina full of good coaches.
Yeah, because all right, if you look at it now, Ryan, Germany right now, three of the best young German coaches right now is Nagelsmann, who is what? I believe he's 34.
34,
The guy that coached Salzburg, his name is Jasile, he's 32.
33.
And then
Portugal have some good young coaches, because
yeah,
this
man,
sporting coach.
You have Tedesco who is at Leipzig. He's 36 going 38 or 38, I believe. So there you have it. And
Portugal have some
there's
good young coach coming up too. The sporting coach is a young guy. He used to
yeah,
play for
he has
Portugal.
been doing well. And there's this coach, I think he's Spanish, but he's at Huddersfield right now. I think his name is Carlos Cobaram. He has Huddersfield way up in championship, and based on the team that they have, they shouldn't be nowhere near close to the top. So I mean, you have teams out there that are giving chances to these youngsters. So I can't see why England don't really decide to, you hear what? If you're young, if you're good enough, we're going to take the risk on you, give you whatever you want. Let's do the job, because that is what Germany does, They know that over time it will pay off. I mean, you might not see instant result, but eventually.
No man, if
There
you
it
look
is.
at the trajectory of man like Klopp, Tuchel, similar trajectory. Them start young,
Yep.
start with and then them work them way up, and them get
Yep.
promoted. They didn't get overlooked for some old 60-year-old German coach.
Facts. But game that I even forgot about the game. But Shakes, their prediction for this one.
Oh, I wanted to touch on two things before I give the prediction. One thing that Ryan had said, right? When he was talking about the two coaches on the touchline in that Champions League yesterday. What was refreshing to see is that none of them are close to having grey hair, right? None of them are close to having grey hair. Two, he mentioned another point just now, the whole England way of doing things. When you think about it, in the last 10, 20 years, name one good English coach.
Exactly. The only English coach that got
Nobody.
a top 4 team to coach in the last before Lampard, obviously, was Harry Redknapp when he got Tottenham.
Yeah, but I'm saying name a top.
But no, that's what I'm saying. There is none. But I'm just also segueing to say that the only time an English coach was given a chance with a top team was Redknapp, and Redknapp was not young.
And you know that people don't even rate him, right?
And him
So-
never young. Exactly. So this just goes to show that even they don't Redknapp was always one of them who used to cuss say if he wanted a chance to coach England, he never get it because they want a certain type. Them always critical of the system.
Yeah.
Even Big Sam never could use the critical of the system too.
Yeah. Right. So you see, it goes to show if you can't find one decent English manager in your system over the last 10, 20 years, it means that you have a problem with your coaching development, right? But
Yeah.
guess what? They just don't want to fix it, which is why you're gonna find
I wouldn't
managers.
say that though. I think you see the changes now, and
Yeah, man.
I hope
Slowly
I,
but surely.
I hope let us see how it work out. Cause I say man like Ashley Cole take up coaching job with Everton. I remember said John Terry was was with Dean Smith. I don't know what him learned from Dean when he was
What
there.
I don't like, Ryan, is that the only quote unquote young people that are
Or you mean big name.
getting the coaching roles in terms of the assistants, getting the reserve team and so on are former players. But
Man like Jody Murray should be a coach because Jody was so good with the youth team.
one to the other people because
Steve Cooper.
other countries
Like
can
Steve
do it.
Cooper should be up there.
There's
Bro, you
no
see that
way.
Steve Cooper fella?
There?
Jeez.
The
Steve
coach,
Cooper
No,
is
Steve
so
Cooper,
good.
revolutionary. Steve
yeah,
Cooper is good enough. If people follow how good Steve Cooper was with the youth teams.
But Ryan, I keep on saying it, you don't have to look so far. This man took up Nottingham Forest in 19th position in championship. Look at the table right now. Nottingham Forest is around 8th or 7th, I believe, with
Hold
a
on, he
chance.
left one. Oh, he leaves one. I think I remember some
Yeah, man,
leaves
they
one.
leave Swansea because Swansea never want to give him any players.
I'm not
They
sure
really
about
want
that.
to spend and they got rid of some of their better players and never want to replace them.
Mm.
and in terms of answering Sherwin, yes, Nick McCarthy is still coaching. He's coaching Cardiff right now. So you see, and he's born 1959.
He was coaching the other day and he was coaching Cardiff in the championship last season, as a matter of fact, and then he got sacked.
Yep.
So
So
there you have it.
it's just crazy, right? But yeah, as it pertains to the game itself now,
Mhm.
um, hmm, who do I see winning this game now? This game is a very how to put it. I know Devin just went for heart just a while ago. Heart by table, right? Or table by heart, whichever way you want to spin it. Leeds actually played well. I actually congratulated them for how they played, especially the fact that they were able to adapt
Come Lakers.
to what the new coach would actually want to see. So we were all surprised that hey, guess what? You know that they can actually put out a better defensive effort.
Mhm.
However, based on how Aston Villa played in that game against Southampton, you're not gonna find. Probably Devin is the only man that is going to bet for Leeds. Cause I see everybody else in the comment section have Aston Villa to win 3-1, 4-1, and all them things, right? So I guess for the better who wants to win big, just make sure that for the 3-4 tickets that you make, just make one of them thinking with what David just said in terms of leads to sneak.
Yeah, man, put
Exactly.
a little thing on Leeds, man.
Yeah, but really and
Exactly.
truly, I don't see them winning the game in terms of being truthful now. I expect Aston Villa in terms of yeah, you see they might be safe in terms of in the season, but we were talking about their ambitions even in the last show that the previous show that we had talking about EPL where we said that hey, guess what, the sort of players that Gerard wants, how he's molding his team, I expect them to come out and play. They just don't want to win a one game or two games. I think they want to keep building something, even continue for the rest of the season, thinking that
Mhm.
oh hey, guess what, we can actually crack the top 10, possibly top 8 come next season. So
Yep.
if you get a team like Leeds to play, we always say when you get these sort of teams, porous defense, low on morale, low on confidence, way down in the table, you beat them. If you beat Southampton that was riding a wave in the last game and you beat them comprehensively, I don't see why you should go out against Leeds and not have that same mentality and put 3, 4 past them, right? So I'm going to say Aston Villa 3-1 on the day. Sorry, Leeds.
Ryan,
Um, I don't trust Aston Villa to give me 3 straight victories. They are an inconsistent team. They will play good, and then the next day, Sicherad come at the media and start cuss them, say them him need to do this and that with them, and they need to improve more and all of that. So I'm not trusting of Villa to deliver 3 victories for me. Much more three straight clean sheets. I don't trust them for that. I'm going to go with new manager Bounce here, but I'm not going to go for a Leeds win. I'm going to go for a 12.
okay. I'm just going to have a wrap, so I'm just going to go around the table and give you guys a minute each to talk about any other sporting topic that you might have want to touch on that you didn't get a chance to. But before I do so, I'm going to listen on Casina. Yes, Casina saying that Jordan Morris is a better coach
Caleb,
than
come.
Lampard. The most dominant young coach
Sit
England
right
has
here.
seen by clean sweeping the 5
Call
local
that way.
trophies at youth level in one
Next
season,
time you'll be.
but still can get a job as manager. Yeah, that's true.
He might just be better than Lampard. We just don't get the chance to see.
Yeah. But let's go around the table now and start with Shakes. Any
I'll give my
sporting topic.
I'll give my minute to Devin's daughter.
All right, Devin, tell the man to come on the thing. The man is in the
All
background
right, come.
making a like
I give my
need him
youth.
to sing.
I give my youth my minute.
Come,
No,
John Moran.
Real
I
Madrid
already gave him my
get
minute.
a
Devin.
comeback
You weren't listening.
to win.
Who's
Three
going to come back?
to post choke. Messi and Neymar suck.
All right, what is the one tell him about?
I think Jamal is the best player in the league because he scores 3-pointers, 2-pointers in dunks, and he scores 52 points against the Spurs.
And who is your favorite NFL player?
Who's your favorite NFL player?
Tom Brady.
Right, sir.
Say no more, boss.
Yeah, man. My
Sporting
minute.
also love to see it.
Yep.
Love when you them start learning from
Hey,
early.
man. Cuss out Neymar and Messi today, man. I love you just look more Mbappe, like I say Mbappe score. Even him know it. Say
Wait a even the child on the breast know.
yeah, in the part Messi and Neymar sucks. Mbappe was the only one doing something.
Boy.
Devin, I don't want to congratulate the girls.
At
So
least him understand the ball game better than some people.
But all right, Ryan, West Indies woman, I wonder game.
Yeah, man. You know what them just have to talk about though, because I reached in late last night and I look on the score, I see 12, I see 8 point off at 12, and then I just see a ball breach a defense and West Indies when them start celebrate. I see a catch by that thing. Like
Super.
if a man take that catch, we'll be like, wow.
Like,
Yeah, man. So, boy, that catch was something else. You have to big up the West Indies, man. Them know how. That is what you call clutch. Those 2 wins.
Right, they're weird though. The West Indies women are weird, you know. These women will drop the easiest of catches. Because trust me, you see this tournament so far, they have dropped at least 10 catches in 2 games. And then look at that. A moment of brilliance, and bam, West Indies are right up there with another victory. And they are beating 2 opposition that are way higher than them in the ranking. So that's very good game by them.
Yeah, man. So, big up to them. Hopefully, the men can take some inspiration from the women and do something tomorrow. Hopefully, there's no rain, so we can see how they will really reply. I just don't trust our batting, to be honest with you. The bowling, West Indies bowling has been very good over the last year or 2, because if you look at the rankings, we have some bowlers up in the rankings, maybe not in the top 10, but from maybe 12 or so forth going up, you might have a few good players. So yeah, you have some good ranked West Indies bowlers, and it delivers on the field, because when last a team really make 400 on us, it's normally 300 a little bit or 200 odd, but the batters just not doing the job. So I think
you know that the same thing that I just criticize women for, I'm going to criticize the men for the same thing. You say, had West Indies took all those catches in this game, England wouldn't have made nothing close to 300.
No, man, I'm going to expect questions for Jack Pitch. It just come with the third, being West Indies. So,
Well, that's good.
I've been saying it for the last 2 years, we don't have a bowling problem, we have a batting problem. So we need to get our batters are not ranked anywhere in world cricket, whereas the bowlers are. So we need to get the batters doing better.
True. But here what? Tomorrow we are going to dig deeper into the West Indies and talk about some of the dismissals because 3 of them I think was very poor. And I can give Blackwood a pass mark for the one that he got out with. But the next 3 I'm going to give them a beating. But thanks to everybody that has tuned in. I mean, there was a lot
I have
of
more being to give tomorrow. I'm sure some foolishness are going.
Definitely. So I want to big up the people comment section. Sherwin still there. Owen, Christoph, Michelle, big up yourself. Lataya, K, Sinner, Owen, everybody that's in the comment section. Just big up on yourself and keep on supporting thing. I saw that we got a new subscriber tonight as well. So just keep the subscription coming in and big up to Kims who just chimed in for his little outburst of nonsense that all of us just beat down and just straight through the window. Big up to Devin who was here still celebrating with his young king. Big up to Ryan who showed up. Big up yourself, bro. And big up to Shakes as usual. Continue supporting Sports Frenzzyy. Big up our producer as well who make this possible. Until tomorrow, stay safe, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Bless up. Bless up.